Okay. Everybody hear me? Are we are we on? Am I on? Is this are we on? Somebody say something. I'm prepared. But it's been a long week. And I am not gonna get a video out tomorrow. Probably not even the next day. I didn't want to leave everybody hanging. I know everybody's been wondering how we made out at the transmission shop. Uh, so So who's all here? I should have started way back up. From DG, Alexis, hello. Snow Debs, Kelly, Step Van Dan, River Sticks, Linda, Debbie, Pamela, Becky, Debbie T, Bubba Warbucks is here. Right, Bubba. Snow Debs, Bob G. Hey, I forgot last time, or in the time before I forget, thanks Dana for moderating. I appreciate it. Uh, all right, where do you want to start? What do you want to know? How we made out the transmission shop. I'll start with this. They quoted me, and somebody's concern was a couple people. Well, that's how they get you in. They quote you low, and then they upsell you once you're in. They did not do that. They were flipping. Oh! I wasn't ready for that. Oh, by the way, this is not a fundraising event. I mean, if you want to, that's fantastic. That's not the purpose of this. Okay. Flipping LRM. Thank you so very, very, very much. Um, where was I? Yeah, I'm unprepared. I'm a little kind of struggling a little bit. It's been a long week. Hi, Lori, Julie, Greg, Brenda. Okay, this is gonna get going fast here. Probably. How many people's here? How many people's here? 235 people here already, and we just started. Um, the transmission shop stuck to their price. They didn't upsell me in there. It was done on time and on budget, and the bounder is working perfectly. We took it for a test. Um, we took it for a road test. Pulled right out, shifted beautifully. We started in town, went through a series of stoplights getting out of town. Every time we pulled out, it shifted perfectly. We got up on the highway, got up the highway speeds, no weird vibrations or anything, no slipping, no nothing. It works perfectly. Um, so we took it back and just looked over a couple things real quick. And can you give a quick happy birthday to, how do you say that? Eiley May? Happy birthday, Eiley May. Uh, so then I paid the bill and we left and just kind of ease her back into service. I wasn't just going to get on the interstate and woohoo, let's go, you know. Um, so we just went 4 or 5 miles down the road to the nearest big retailer parking lot. Um, Stopped and I thought, phew, it's fixed, and I just could finally breathe. Um, a little relief. And later on the day, we left at rest, cool down. Then we went maybe 10 miles to another retailer parking lot. I don't want to leave the immediate area for the first 2 or 3 days, and just exercise her a little bit, make sure everything's going to be okay before I leave the area. They said, just bring her, come on back if it starts anything happens. Uh, so that's where we're at right now. It's been working beautifully. Looked underneath it, and not a single drip, no leaks, no nothing. Works perfectly. Dave is all dressed up for the ladies. That's right, Charlie. Haven't missed a video yet. Thank you, Greg. Hello, Kathy from Louisville. Uh, Jane, I love your dog. That makes two of us. Where's the star of the show? Bella, nice shirt. This is one of my favorite casual shirts. You know what? Let's go here. From me and Scotty was in a junkyard in Port Site, and I caught it on the edge of an old junk RV. Haven't fixed it. Early for you as well. Yeah, it's everybody said, oh, jeez. Um, is it Kelly? or Keely. The IE at the end confuses me. Buy Belle some treats for being a good girl and doing all that. She was pretty. Um, uh, um, sorry. Honestly, I'm a little bit worn out. It has been a long week. What was I going to say? Yeah, people say I appreciate so many comments, so many fantastic comments and folks pitching in on this whole ordeal, and it's really lessened the blow, obviously, on me. I can't tell you how much that's appreciated, really. Uh, and people comment, say how well I handled a stressful situation like transmission going out and somewhere where I'm not from, being subject to who knows. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I think on the surface I handle it well, and I deal with what needs to be dealt with at the moment. But that doesn't mean like inside, like I know we're not there yet until we leave and it's fixed and nothing unexpected come up. I mean, there's still that stress, and the week just keep my fingers crossed. And is this too good to be true? It's going too smooth. It's a very reasonable price. The service is too great. We got towed right away. From being broke down on the 11th to up and running again 2 days later on the 13th. That was amazing. Um, so until Fireman Larry, thank you very much. Let me try and get caught up on some of these. I'm just gabbing here a little bit, and let me try to pay better attention here. Thank you, Larry, so much. This is, and people have contributed to this mess, and I think I always said in the last video, that's only ended up paying for that. The whole towing bill that was going to be out of pocket because the insurance company had a glitch, which I dropped. I got a new policy. I got more than twice the coverage for $200 a year less. So we dropped nationwide and went to a progressive RV policy. So that went well. I haven't looked at all the details, but YouTube, yeah, that is true. I don't know how true that is. That YouTube takes actually that much. That may be, may not be, but the PayPal thing. I mean, it's like I don't even know if it's 1%. It's like really PayPal takes an extremely minimal fee. So there is that. Aussie goer from Australia. Hello. Oh, and somebody. There's also comments in there that about Americans being Americans taking care of Americans. There was some money from overseas across the pond. Yep. So, and I recently sent a sticker to New Zealand. I don't know if that person's here. I forget the name right now, but it made it. It took a couple of weeks, but it made it. Good to see you too, Charles. Those progressive RV offer people. I don't know. They have an RV policy. I haven't looked into the fine print yet, but it's my agent looked into all that, and I have more than twice the coverage. If tornado were to hit this thing or a big tree fall on it, I got more than twice the coverage I had on it. Half the deductible, and also towing, vacation interruption coverage for hotel and rental car and all that stuff. Way more coverage for $200 a year less. So, hey, Nationwide, guess what? You can whatever fill in the blank. Oh, hey, Christina. Thank you. Above always. All right. Let me catch up. Compare with Geico. I didn't bother with Geico. I left my insurance. I wasn't going to do all the comparison online and whatever. And to read the fine print of all these policies and side by side and the exact comparison. I just wasn't going to do that. Let my agent. That's what my agent's for. So they found that policy, and it seemed like a good deal. Earl, hello from Arkansas. Are you back on the road again? Yes, Earl, we're up and running again. We're sitting in a campground. I just wanted to plug in. I got some things to get caught up on. It's been a busy week, and just I'm feeling a little bit wiped. Uh, it was a little stressful on my end. Um, I have other commitments too, and being in the shop and just the whole thing, getting out here, set up. I need to. That's why I want to do this tonight. I know people was wondering, and I didn't want to leave everybody hanging because I know I have to get caught up with some things for a day or two, maybe three that I wouldn't be putting a video out today, and probably not tomorrow, and maybe even Sunday. It might not be till Monday till I get my act together after all this. So I wanted to get on here and let people know that we're good. We're up and running again. Buddy's working perfectly, fantastic. I'm happy. Met you in Quartzsite, Chris. We met in Quartzsite, a small supermarket. Or what was that? The Roadrunner or no? Or was it? Everything fixed. Craig Senior, that that it was awesome to find that shop. It really was. Them guys are great. They've both been in the business a long time. Um, they're very thorough. They don't want me coming back. They don't want to have to do warranty work. They don't want me coming back any more than I want to come back. They didn't rush me. I mean, even though they didn't hurry, it doesn't mean it was rushed. It was under control. They thorough. They got the thing out of there. They got it on the bench, stripped it down, cleaned it. Got all the new replacement parts that were needed. Got it all reassembled, ready to go back in. And then the guy that took it out, then he took over and put it back and did all that work. But it was very professional, very thorough, well done. Them guys are great. I was lucky to find that. That could have went so much worse. We've all heard horror stories of some transmission shops. Oh wait, I'm getting behind here. Oh no. Whoa. I hate when it does that. The comments quit scrolling there for a minute. They keep going, but I don't notice they're going. So okay. Yeah, I think it was the Roadrunner too. Oh, Sandy. Thank you. What ended up being the main fail on the transmission? The forward clutches. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. Um, this, what was I going to say? People's help out on this mess, and I did say I appreciate it. You just don't know how much. I've been trying to save up, start putting some money aside uh, for my next vehicle, and this happening was like, oh no, okay, I guess that con me, it's gonna set me back a little bit to where I can start setting the money aside again. And this has really took up enough of that it's really lightened the burden that I'll be able to resume that pretty a lot sooner than I thought it would be. So, it took care of the towing and a big chunk of the bill too. I still had some to pay. That's for sure, but um, not like it was. So you don't know how much that I can get back to normal here and recover from this much sooner with you guys' help. Tremendously appreciate it. I once in a while see comments here too of uh, Jim uh, about restoring Betty. No way am I interested in fixing, remodeling. There's no way. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a plumber. I'm not that kind of work is not me. I'm mechanic stuff. If carpentry was my trade, I'd probably be out, flooring and um, that kind of stuff. If that was what I enjoyed doing, sure, but that's not my gig. I wouldn't enjoy that even a little bit. There are, Pamela. Marky Mark. I worked with a guy we always called him Marky Mark. That's funny. Ford Conquest. People have been sending me links too on uh, different RVs and Betty's 1990, Marty. Um, Let me try to stay focused on this. It's hard to talk and then. Oh, living free with Gigi. Well, thank you. Thanks for all the adventures. You are quite welcome. My pleasure. What I'm gonna do is instead of spending. Wait, I gotta write this down. Uh, Share the link of the shop, please. Just Google Shifter's transmission. Shifter's transmission in where am I at? Jacksonville, Florida. The most laid back chill dudes I've ever seen. Spring Hill, you know what? I'm old enough that I've fought my battles. I've got worked up about stuff in Georgia Peach for the Betty Fund. Thank you, Betty. Geez, we're getting to the point where we'll cover everything. Guys, keeping up. Uh, uh, you know, I know people get frustrated and working on a shop, working on something, and they just get frustrated and throw a wrench across or get all worked. You know what? In the end, did that help? How did that work out for you? Did it make it better? Did it make you feel better? Maybe there's some. I don't know. Just deal with the matter at hand. Getting all worked up about things does not make it go any faster. I don't believe it doesn't help the end result. So you only get yourself more aggravated. And I've learned to try to minimize aggravation in my life to a great extent. Shifters has gotten some comments. I've gotten phone calls at the shop thanking them. Hey, thanks for taking care of Dave. A guy called there and wanted to pay his credit card, wanted to pay part of my bill, credit card over the phone, and also tip them. And well, they don't take credit card payments over the phone, but they sure appreciate it anyway. I think they talked to Steve. Craig. Craig. Hi, Craig. Let me back up. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, okay. People keep sending me links. Hey, we found this RV. You might be interested. Might have found that RV. We've been interested. And truth is, I'm going to be, not that I'm being cheap, I could probably save and then get some financing and go into debt and, spend a lot of money on an RV. And I'm not interested in doing that. Why not? I mean, my first RV, well, not my first one. The first one was a travel trailer, 34-foot travel trailer. My first, when I got on the road, I had a Class C. It was a 1988 Class C. And I was lucky I finally had low miles. But it did break down with a fuel pump one time. But I fixed it and got it home. I didn't have to be towed, because I can do that. I have the skills. I figured that out. Oh, FTRV Denny. Thank you. So what is that? A flying? What is that? It looks like a flying overweight Smurf. FTRV Denny. Because of my mechanical skills, why not take advantage of them? I can take an older rig. I can go through it, tune-ups, belts, hoses, brakes, tires, and shocks, whatever it needs, whip it back into shape for, another 1,000 or something, and make it a reliable, dependable vehicle. So why not capitalize on my skill? Go out and spend 20,000 or something or more, and still might have to do a lot of that stuff. If I find one that has low miles, I'm going to try to find an RV. I don't know if I'll be able to do it again this time for 10,000 or less. It has relatively low mileage. In the box, the living quarters are still structurally sound and it was reasonably cared for. And put some of my, give it some TLC, So I keep these old rigs running. Why not save some money and go to an older rig and just keep doing what I'm doing? I don't know. Where are you headed to next? I don't know. Chef Santa, we're probably gonna Florida for a couple more weeks. We'll probably bounce around in Florida for a couple more weeks and kind of easing back up in a little bit into Georgia and slowly this into the Carolinas and slowly start heading north. And it's probably 8 to 10 weeks before I want to get into Pennsylvania. Hello, Lois. Lois from upstate New York. It lasts me a while. For Eugene, you have 87,000 miles. Well, give it some love. It won't love you. If you don't love it, it won't love you back. So give it, do maintenance on it, get it up to shape, and take care of it. And it should. Is there really 718 people watching? I don't know if I'm getting back over to Alabama. I'm going back over that way. Hello from Maine. Shane's main shop. All right. Linda. Never find out why. Crypto, I have no idea that even happened and why it happened. And you know, I hang out with some of a few friends, but I don't think I've ever hung out with that group is always kind of a revolving door there a lot. Some people will hang out for a while. Yeah, I don't know anything about that period of what was going on. So it's not prying into people's personal matters. Yes. Yeah, a lot of us have heard. A lot of you watch Kevin Camper Van Kevin, and I heard of his health issues, and uh, you can't help but wish absolute best for him, and he gets the best treatment, and he comes out the other side of this um, well, very well. So just remain optimistic, and I'm sure he is as best he can, and let's do the same and wish him our best. You've never been one to let the grass grow under your feet. I don't know, Wheels. Yeah, yeah, I know. Some people say I have a restless soul. There's something out there. I'm looking for something. Can't seem to find it. So I gotta. Well, it ain't here either. So I'll move and. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, I'm so thankful that this all went as well and smooth as it did, and for folks that helped me out on this setback. And it just couldn't have gone better. Knock on wood, really. What is there? Somebody here. Come here. Come here. Here. No, go. Up here. No, this way. Here. All right, see. I know. Good girl. Hang on. Good girl. I'll get you a snack. That's being a good watchdog. Here. There you go. Yeah, Bella does bark. Only, she doesn't unnecessarily bark. Bella's fantastic. Patricia, thanks for asking. You too, Regina. Bubba, what did she hear? When I said knock on wood, I tapped on the thing under here, and she thought somebody was outside. And she doesn't need to know it was me. She can think it was somebody out there. The thing is, she let me know she heard something, that something could be up. And that's doing her job. Chris Bucket, the RV's perfect, perfect. Um, Everything went well. Yeah, for those of you that come in a little bit late, it was done on schedule and on budget. It broke out on the 11th. We was up and running on the 13th. 2 days. It was down 2 days. Is that amazing or what? And it runs perfectly. We road tested it, and I've had it now since day before last, that afternoon. Taking it on a couple of short runs, kind of staying in the area, just exercising a little bit. Just running perfect. Absolutely perfect. I did night sun. I was fortunate to find that. Yeah. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. And yeah, man. Right, it's going fast. It's going fast. I'm just gonna skip ahead here just a little bit. Did you get to think any more about a van? Yeah, the funny thing is, I've been the van. For some reason, van life appeals to me, and I look at the size of one and try to think, well, how can I arrange it to suit me? And no matter how you slice it, uh, it's still a small area. Could I do it? Hmm. And I say, no way, can I do that? And I push it off, but then it creeps back in. There's something appealing to me about it. So there's a give and take with everything. With this, there's more room inside, but I go less places. The other extreme is the van. There's much less room, but I can go all kind of places. So there's a lot of places I do want to go. I think I might want to do the. Thanks, James. Um, before I get to be an old man, okay, I think while I'm still young enough, maybe I would like to do van life for a little bit, maybe a year and a half, two, till I get it out of my system. But you can go so many more places, so many more remote. There's a lot of campgrounds that are just way back in. Well, from the one extreme is there's hiking only, and then there's places where you can actually get a vehicle and just set up camp right there. But so there's so many campgrounds and places down along a creek or river or up in the mountains and back who knows where. There's so many places that you can go in a van or a smaller Class C that you can with something like this. And this kind of was fun while it lasted, but yeah, I'm so done. I'm so done with this. I've passed up so many places now at this point after 2 years, almost 2.5 years now of having a bounder. I'm I'm kind of done of passing places up. I want to be able to get to these places that I want to get to. So um, maybe a Class B rail adventures. Uh, how do I make a living? I'm a mechanical engineer, so I do all that online. But it's not the hours it used to be. But um, now that doesn't mean Betty's value just went up. It doesn't. It's Betty books for NADA value on Betty's $10,300 in average condition. Well, I like to think she's at least in average condition. Probably more above average mechanically, but roughly when I sell her, that's about what I'm going to be asking. Yeah, yeah, afford that. Nancy, I thought about that as hanging on to Betty for a while. It seems paid for, and just using the van for different times to go to these places and then coming back. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I think I do want to sell it and cash out on her, and then because in the end, I think after that period of being out in the van for a while, I'll probably come back to, like I say, as I get older. I think I want to do the van thing for a while, but I'm not just gonna say, yeah, I'm all van, and that's the plan is I think that'll be fun for a while, but I'm gonna want to move back into something bigger, just not this big. Maybe a small or mid-sized Class C. This is 34 foot long. And my last RV was 26-foot Class C. Some of you remember the Tioga. So that was just a really comfortable size for me, and that was a full 8 feet shorter than the Bounder and 5,000 pounds less weight. And it had a bigger engine than Betty. Not by much. This has a 454. The Class C had a 460. So that would give me towing capacity too. So I did from P. Hi, James. Hi, Rhonda. No slides. Yeah, I don't want any slides. That's more things that go wrong. Uh, from mechanical stuff to seals, I'm not interested in slides. Square head, yeah. Is that Lorna? Lorna Dixon, you handle the stress well. Well, it appears I do. On the outside, I do, but it's still until we're out the door and things are working good. It's still, still in here. Um, so it made it kind of a long week. I was stressing some, but I know I didn't stress like some people do. Some people were just like, right. I know I handled it pretty well. Um, Chevy 454. No, Jim, I'm a Ford guy. I'll admit it. It's just it's what my family had, and that's what I kind of grew up and raised. And um, uh, these Bounders, at least in these years, were built on. Some were built on a Chevy chassis, some built on a Ford chassis. Well, when I found Betty, and the deal was right, and my luck, it was on the Chevy chassis. I'd preferred the Ford, but you know what? It's been good. It's been strong. Its 454 has gotten the 16,000 pounds up some mountains. And it's been reliable. It's been really good. So I can't knock. I can't knock it. I have. I've been looking in Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and I shop around. Here's the thing: is if I find a good deal somewhere else in the country, then the logistics of getting both vehicles back. I'm not trading Betty in. I'll take a huge loss on that. I'm going to sell it outright. But I want anything close to market value, so I'm not trading and then going to leave it somewhere. So I need to get Betty back to Pennsylvania and get it unloaded and cleaned out and washed, bath, cleaned out nice, get it presentable. Um, so then I have this other vehicle. If I buy it out of state, well, how do I get the other vehicle back? Well, what I would do would I'd probably put it in storage. If I find like a sweet deal on something I really wanted, I'd buy it and then find a local storage facility, put it in storage for 30 or 60 days, however long I needed, and I'd get Betty back up to Pennsylvania. I'd probably take my little car, whip it into shape a little bit, needs a couple of things, or just rent a car and drive it down. Drop off the rental car and just drive it back then. Or if I drove my little car down, I get a tow dolly and tow it back behind the other RV. So otherwise, I think I'm gonna wait till I'm up in Pennsylvania here in about 8 or 10 weeks, and it might be less than that actually. And uh, and look up there more local in the surrounding states in the Northeast. Aren't you having fun with all the gang in Arizona? Because I've had my fun. I'm good. So there's other fun to be had. There's your answer. Um, I am too, David. I am glad to be on the road again. Nicole Singh, Bella. Oh yeah, that was Bella surprised me because she's been around some various vehicles or whatever, but nothing like a big rig with a big giant, big. That thing made some noise and rattling, and it's a little intimidating. I thought she would be like afraid of it. She jumped right up in that thing. She surprised me. And she read, "Hello, Eric from California. Um, hello, Blanche. What for a very long time are you going to be going to go back west? Not anytime real soon. I got lots of things I want to do concerning vehicles, and I got 4 vehicles to deal with right now. When I get back up to Pennsylvania. Well, the Bounder, my little white car. I have that project car up there, and plus, if I buy my next RV or van or whatever, that's four things I got to deal with. I do too, Dave. Oh, did I get way behind again? Yes, Chris. We've talked about that. Yeah, Craig. I'd maybe get. Yeah, I'm not opposed to having something with a V10 in it. That'd be awesome. Thanks, boss. From Central PA. We're at in Central PA. I know I'm gonna scroll down and I'll probably miss it. 750 watching. This is 760 watching. Hello, everybody. Uh, jeez. Jim, you're an authority on buying cars high and selling them for a loss. uh, Happy go lucky. Would like to see videos from Pennsylvania and surrounding areas. That's part of it too. There, you know, Pennsylvania, the whole Northeast is a little more difficult because, for one thing, just the amount of vegetation up there. All the greenery, the trees, the bushes, the shrubs. There's so many places out in the Southwest in the desert to where you can basically just turn off at just about anywhere. I mean, not really, but I mean, a lot of places you can. You just don't. You can't just pull off anywhere. If there's not a road, you're not going. There's just a bunch of oaks and maples, and you just can't pull off the road and drive through a bunch of trees. So, and the places that are kind of, a couple places I can think of now are down along the river. They down through the woods, and little back road, and kind of goes down and down along the river. You have to have a smaller vehicle to go to those kind of places. So access is big in that part. Is a big thing there. How does Benny do in the snow? I'd like to find out, Rhonda. I'd like to be up there and get a big snow or ice storm, take her off the big Walmart parking lot and do some donuts in the bounder and go drifting. You can imagine a bounder drifting the bounder sideways. That'd be an awesome sight. Now, there'd be a viral video. Huh? Johnstown, yeah. Oh, Johnstown. Um, let's go to the Thunder in the Valley motorcycle event for a couple of years. Thank you, Shane. Sunbury. I don't know. I know I've been around Sunbury. All right, see you, Craig. Or are you saying later to somebody else? Thank you. Is that Junior Moore? J.R. Moore? Oh, Kyle Higgins. Thank you. Yeah, you'd be surprised how things add up, and next thing you know, uh, so I appreciate all everything everybody's pushed my way. You just really. That's another one of them blue cow. That's another one of them flying overweight blue Smurfs. Mm-hmm. Raining here in Gettysburg. It's raining here too in Jacksonville. It's supposed to go down in the third, about I think in the upper 30s tonight. Actually, a little cool spell here too. Susquehanna River. Can you really hear? Can you hear the water? Okay, how long have we been doing this here? 39 minutes. All right, I promise I'm gonna stop at a. Did I miss? Oh no, okay. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go another 20 minutes I think at the most, because then my eyes just start. I can't even see this anymore. James, I already said what I wanted for Betty. I I know the NADA values are just kind of a guidelines. I know dealers use that a lot on. They look at that on what they'll give you a trade-in value, what low trade-in is, selling outright, and high retail and all that. It's kind of a guideline, and I know it's not perfectly accurate, but uh, it's kind of what I go by. And at the time, that's what I paid for Betty was the NADA value for it. At the time, 2.5 years ago, the NADA value was 10.9. And I looked, I think, not too awful long ago. Here, 2 years later, it's down to 10.3 in average condition. So I think it's at least an average condition. Mechanically speaking, I think it's above average condition. So that's what probably I'm going to be looking for is this NADA value. What's my favorite meal? Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans, maybe stuffed flank steak. Uh, Favorite meal? I don't know. Stuffed shells. Notice none of them were the high dollar ones. I didn't say big steak or seafood or anything. I just like good old yummy home cooked food. Yeah, it's time to chill out here for a little bit. Has been a busy week. A little bit of stress, but just behind the scenes, it's all going too good. Something's gonna, it's not until it's done, turn the key and get it out on the road that get it behind me that could actually breathe and okay, we're good. Oh, what did I miss? Son of a gun! Did somebody? This, I missed something. Dana, are you still here? Where's Dana? It's mashed potatoes. Heck yeah, boy. Oh, Rebecca, we're doing good. You stopped by. Hey, it's Rebecca in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, she stopped by and said hello when we was at the transmission shop. Ain't that the truth, Justin? When we playing, yeah. Come here, come here, come on, come here, come here. So he says, "Where's Bella at? Come here." She was laying down. It's getting late for her too. Joe, one more thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm keeping track of these. Thank everybody. Uh, okay, Dana. I would just I couldn't find you on Facebook. Did you unfriend me? Did you unfriend me on Facebook? I just couldn't find you. I was going to message you earlier. Was there an interesting message retracted or deleted that I missed? Maybe we'll have a conversation later. You should keep a summary of the things you've had to clean up that I've missed. Bella is so beautiful. Heck yeah! Come on, Bella. Come on, come on, up. Bella. That's my girl. Just being good. Just being good all the time. That's what she does. Huh? Come here. Come here. I'll show you something. I'll show you something I've never showed you before about Bella. Now, don't think I'm being mean, okay, and cruel and teasing her. This is what we do all the time. You ever give a dog a nice tasty treat and they just inhale it with one little, just one gulp, it's gone. It's like, did you even taste that? Okay. You want a snack? Bella, you want a snack? So I make her do this. She takes one bite at a time. Okay, I got a little piece of rolled up lunch meat, ham. She loves ham. Come on. Okay. She gently, she takes a little bite, another little bite. Oh no, is that good? Is it good? Huh? Come here. That's how we do that. Excuse me. I don't know. I don't know if I trust a cat doing that. They're either. Uh, oh yeah, uh, the Bella. Uh, Wandering Readers, Papa. Still playing RV trade. No, I'm not gonna trade it in. I'm gonna pick something else and then up and then clean this out, and get it ready to show and then sell it. She does. She does. She gets a little bite and swallows it. She's ready for another bite and chews it like once and swallows it. But she gets good 5 or 6 different. It's not just wham inhaled. So I think she's learned that she enjoys it better that way too. Yes, Alexis. Yep. At least for a little bit. She'll get for a little bit, lay down on the bed, then uh, I don't know. Maybe she's afraid I'll roll over on her, or maybe I snore loud or something. But she usually gets up and she's gone after 5 or 10 minutes. She goes, stretches out on the floor or something. But she'll come up at first and lay down and get one of her toys or something and goof off a little bit. Yeah, David, that's the battle, and I wish I could get more. I wish I could get money together and make an offer. I Isn't that always the case? Anytime you're shopping for something, say, boy, that one over there's a little bigger or got some extra features. Boy, if I could just get that one, but at some point we have to draw the line and say, nah, this is the best deal for what I can afford. And, well, that's how I ended up with that. That's how I ended up with the Bounder. It was really all the Class C's in the area. There were no good deals on any Class C's in the area at the time, and that's what I wanted. And really, for my money and the condition and everything, I mean, Class A, this thing, I don't know why, but Class A's seem to be so much. You get so much more for your money uh, in the used market. The price of them just falls, and uh, over the years, and you can pick these things up for a lot cheaper than a same thing in the Class C. I don't know. At the time, I couldn't find one, so I settled on it. So we're not. Will the Dave's Arley's RV sticker stay with a RV when you sell it? Nope. I'll get a heat gun. I'll take all the stickers off of it. It'll just look like a. It'll just look like a plain Bounder. Nobody ever know it was mine. But it should be all washed up, clean and shining, and ready for its next owner. Mm-hmm. How can you part with it, Sally? If you love her so much, she's all yours. I got a clean title. It's in here. Show up with the money. I'll sign it over to you. No, yeah, Pamela. Oh, you know what? That was something. Inventory is low all over. I hear. Nope. Let's dispel that myth. As I traveled back across from Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, okay, Mississippi, I've gone through a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of the big RV places. I don't even remember all of them, but um, they're big, like Camping World and Holiday World and Camper's Paradise. I don't know the names of them all, but a lot of big RV lots. I mean, them lots are full with inventory. And I've seen, over how that many states and hundreds of miles, I've seen a lot of them, and they're full. Um, there was one lot that you could tell it wasn't quite full. It wasn't quite full because instead of them parking them all lined up and fitting as many as they can in there, you could tell the one lot they kind of kicked them sideways just to make it look like the lot was more full. But most of them, they were all parked. I mean, Class A's, C's, B's, travel trailers, fifth wheels. Um, if if any salespeople are saying, giving you the if you're in the market and they're saying, oh, there's a shortage and this or that, say, well, just look around and say, don't look like a shortage to me. Don't buy into their story. Say, no, there might have been at one time, but we're past that. Oh, Trisha. Um, Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Um, as always, it's always uh, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, I think that crunch. I think that the change in the market, a lot of people panic bought or whatever. I think getting RVs and for whatever various reasons, and some was well if we can't travel, abroad for this year because of the V. We'll just see the country, and that's probably various reasons for buying them up. But I think that's past, and the manufacturers have replenished the dealers. I think that time is come and gone. Yeah, yeah. At this point, a lot of it's just marketing. Boundary Roads is right there, I believe. Thank you, Teresa. Trisha, that's all right. You can. Would love how to help, but wasn't able to figure out how. Well, there's in every video description. There's if you look at the video description, there's a paragraph down there, and whether you want to purchase a sticker or whatever, and you can edit your own amount. I mean, whether you want a sticker or not, but that's how you click on the link down there to do that. So if you like a sticker or something, just go down and click on that, or do what you want with that link. Yeah, high top van. I think I'm leaning toward. I'll just have to make at some point. I just have to when I get closer. I'll just have to make a video about the Bounder. I'll say it one more time. Okay, was it 3 or 4 times now in this? We're about done here anyway. 52 minutes. Okay, we have just about 8 minutes here. I'm gonna cut it off at an hour. Um, I'm going with NADA. I know it's not the most accurate thing, but it's pretty stay. It stays fair, I think, with market value. Roughly, it's roughly fair, I think. NADA value for Betty is 10.3. An average 1990 Fleetwood Bounder this size, 10.3's NADA value in average condition, and I think Betty is at least in average condition, more so mechanically. So that's about the range I'm going to be looking for it. Where's Bella? Cindy was. Did you just got? Cindy was like, Bella. Yep, for it again. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Who's there? Who's there? Huh? Who's out there? Come here this way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up. Okay, there's Bella. There's Bella. Bella, Bella, Bella. Who's there? That's right. Who's there? Good girl. Good girl. Oh, growl them bad things away. Just growl them away. Who's there? I know. I know. Okay. It's very good. Oh. All right. I hope so, Robert. I hope I do. I think it's fair. I think I've gone. I really try to stay ahead of maintenance and repairs. It's ready to go. It's not like a Bounder that's been. Um, the other thing about these things, when they're this old, they tend to maybe they've been sitting in a park somewhere for a while, and some things are certainly need brought up to speed. Probably new tires and um, fluids changed, and who knows what belts and hoses. So if it's been sitting for a while, it needs going through and some money and labor, spent. So just getting one up to speed ain't cheap. Not as bad if you can do it yourself, but you got to pay somebody to do it. You're looking at a few grand just to get it rolling safely again. It's been sitting in the park or in somebody's driveway or a side yard for a while. They sit. Well, obviously, Betty's been on, hasn't been sitting. I can turn the key, and you know what? I'll tell you roughly where we're at. Two rivers run together right here, and the Atlantic Ocean is about, I don't know. I rode the e-bike there and today. I can almost see it. Actually, I think I can see it if I look out my window. About a quarter mile from the Atlantic Ocean. I wouldn't be afraid to turn the key and head back across the country and go to the Pacific Ocean. I'd drive it back to California right now. So she's ready. She's a turnkey ready machine. But Winston, that's how I take care of all my vehicles. I'm not scared of having an old vehicle. I If you get it back, people tend to start neglecting them at some point, and because they don't maybe use them as much somewhere. And it's like so many mechanical things. I call them once loved, and they've been set aside. Kind of some things let go. Well, you can buy them on pretty cheap, and if it's structurally sound and relatively low mileage, you can take them and go through it: brakes, tires, belts, hoses, fluid change. Basically some other things probably. And if you take care of it and stay on top of it, somebody else dropped the ball and quit using it and kind of let some things go. As long as you get it, and the motor's not knocking or the transmission's not slipping, they didn't abuse it, let it go that bad. If you get on top of things and you stay on top of things, regular oil changes when it's supposed to happen, that sort of thing. Brakes when it needs it. Keep it on, and tires, obviously. I think if you take care of them, they'll take care of you. Betty is fuel injected, but it's a throttle body injection, not multi-port. It was one of the. It's an early. It looks like it's just a big giant 2-barrel carburetor. The things are about. you know, each one's pretty big. Has two big injectors, not an injector for each cylinder. That's why it sounds like a big 4-barrel sometimes. It just has that big open. All the air goes. That's all. Oh yeah. If you're still here, 665. If you haven't, give the video a thumbs up if you would. Click that thumbs up. Don't forget that. 15-3, 10-3. Pay attention. Thank you, Shane's main shot. We are getting close now. Yeah, we're about 58 minutes. 19. She's a 1990. Go around. Thanks. Okay. Thanks for coming. Babe, do you have an email? Yes, Dave's RV Life at gmail.com. TBI, throttle body injection. Yep. Okay. We're at the tail end of here. I think we've covered things pretty good. Any last thing? Yeah, I think, it's probably what it'll be. Somebody wants to I'll probably ask 10 something for it. And if somebody wants to say, well, would you consider taking 10? That's probably good. That's probably going to be my mark. And I'll probably leave the new generator in it for that too. And I might leave the solar on top. Northeast Ohio area. No, from the Pittsburgh area. Dennis and Janice. New Kensington, Pennsylvania, actually. Okay, have a great weekend. Safe travel. Good night, Dave. Good night, Sherry. That's it. 59:11. We're counting down. I'm going to click off when it hits 60. I'm going to be 60 minutes. I'm going to be done, I think. 40 seconds. Anybody? Make it quick. I might go a minute over. Thanks, Queen Bean. Bonnie. It's just generic lemon lime soda pop. Okay, goodbye. Have a great day. All right. It's been good talking to everybody. I'm gonna just I gotta get caught up on a couple of things here. I'm gonna spend a day or two, maybe three, doing that. At some point, I'll turn the camera back on, get something recorded and uploaded. But I need a couple of days to after this week to get caught up on some other things. So I want to come on here and bring everybody up to speed. Uh, I know people's been wondering how we made out, and we made out good. We're gonna be all right. So um, um, that was that. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. What do I all say? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Right? Until next time, I'll see ya.